Welcome everyone to Above and Beyond Affiliate Marketing. I am your host, Jason Ryland, and today on Goal Crusher, we're going to continue with episode 4 here for reasons of failure. Now, one thing that we're going to talk about is failure being the key to your success. I know that sounds crazy, but let me tell you, mistakes teaches you something, right? So let anyone judge your failures. It doesn't matter because it might never be as good as your own assessment for your own efforts and your own analysis of the results you're looking for. Because just simply, guys, because we learn the best about ourselves when we fail, we can't compare it to anyone or anything, because developing these self-learning habits, they don't have to be all about us, right? We have to learn from our mistakes for our own personal growth. It's just how it works. That's how we achieve success. Now, today, I'm going to give you 10 reasons people fail at goal setting, as we had talked about in the first episode of Goal Crusher. And then we're going to follow that up with the 10 most common causes of failures that many of us even fail to address. And that includes all the gurus out there talking about plug and play affiliate marketing, get this, get that, and you're going to have this ultimate success. But without what we're going to talk about during these episodes, you can set yourself up for failure. And one of the main keys that we're going to need to have is discipline. Okay? Discipline and habits. We have had previous episodes all about these wonderful topics, but we're gonna talk about it. In order to secure your goals in a more comfortable, more convincing manner, most of us practice certain disciplines, right? To ensure kind of this consistency with our efforts. So once the difficulties in completing the other goals increases, aside from your knowledge and aside from your skills, you have to rely on the basic disciplines and experience we have developed throughout the earlier stages of our projects and whatever our goals are. Because let me give you another example. So discipline would be widely witnessed in sports, right? Because they're training, they're on diets, they're they have sleep time, that they're strictly adhered to for the best performance. So if that's the case with professional athletes that we love and we watch and everything else, you know that you're witnessing that they have strict disciplines for their best performances. Since various sports deals with physical limits, it just happens. Many sports people have to give up their preferred lifestyle to follow the disciplines set by their experts, by the scientists, by the researchers of their respective sport, right? Why aren't you doing this in your field? Why aren't you doing this same thing that you can put in place for your affiliate marketing goals, your business goals, your relationship goals, whether it is with your wife, whether it is with your husband, whether it is with your children? Why aren't you doing that? Why don't you have that type of discipline? Well, again, we talked about bad habits in a different podcast. You can look that up, but we're here creating goals and we need to crush them. So now we're going to go into the lack of personalized planning, because the goal, guys, simply is not always a detailed plan how every action should be executed. It's kind of a common misconception, and it's meant that people don't personalize their plans to suit themselves in so many aspects. So in my research, there are so many cases that even in the most excellent goal setters don't recognize the significance of a personalized plan to achieve their goals. Instead of understanding their own abilities and knowledge, to utilize what for the project, whatever they're trying to do, in a more well-planned way, they kind of become poor in executing their plans, which are not suitable for themselves. They're going off of what somebody else is doing, and they're adding that to their own life and thinking it should match. And sometimes it does, but most of the time it doesn't, guys. So you have to make sure that it's suitable. When you're making a plan, you really have to be specific and make it suitable to yourself. So I kind of think a soccer. Soccer is one of the world's largest sports out there worldwide, but you can't expect a well-trained. So think about soccer. You can't expect a well-trained defender to play as a forward during a competitive match, because he might not score or assist in any goals, not because he wasn't trained, but he was trained as a defender. Okay? Does that make sense? Because his natural talents are not equivalent to be a forward. Plain and simple. Where is that for you? Because asking for help, even forming a team with others who are experts, we talk about having mentors, we talk about why this show exists, everything else, with the different skills, arranging tasks and targets that will match the difficulties for your expertise, might seem like a better idea. And that is so true, because that kind of leads us right into the lack of action and the lack of motivation. Because let us presume that people have set up goals that don't make any attempts in achieving, right? And it's lazy. What we do not know is the fact that being lazy is a human nature that most of us can overturn once we found the meaning to our goal. Such meaning is being given a higher value over the loss of comfort as motivated people to strive to achieve their goals, because they found the meaning behind it. Okay, now I've done some research, you guys, and the medical professionals they can take pride in restoring the health and the gratitude of patients, and teachers can be satisfied in improvements and achievements of their students in life, right? But if in affiliate marketing or business marketing, or you're a marketing executive, or whoever opinions and work are often overlooked by a supervisor, a manager, whatever, you can be sure that he or she will lack motivation and work performance that will also deteriorate. Okay? Lacking action and motivation will be the effects of fear of failure and the rejection, as we discussed earlier in this episode. One thing is just that no motivation can be fixed by action. Okay? So if you want success, you want to go get it, you have to get out of that just taking action. That leads us to the fear of failure, as discussed in many of our episodes. fear of failure is so huge in anything that we do today, whatever it is. Now, you've read stories of what successful people do to achieve their businesses. I've even talked to you about my successful in our niche, in our business. And you probably also heard me say how many times I failed. And how many times that I had to pick myself up off the ground and just keep plugging away. So I'm going to ask you a question. What influences your decision to start your affiliate business, your affiliate marketing business, your brick and mortar business, whatever business that you want to get into, that you've spent months planning, doing the research, doing everything else? Basically, you're putting up money, you risk losing money over the long term. So you end up doing that, and on top of that, there's also this psychological factor, which is fear of being judged as a failure, because you just told everybody how you're going to make all this money in affiliate marketing, and you've quit your job, and you're going to do all these things, and fear that people, including our families, will they just negatively impact our failures, because we just don't want to be rejected, right? That is part of it. And it deters most of us from that success. So we need to have some advanced goal setting techniques to start our plan. So you mentally can prepare for action towards your goals. So I think of Thomas Edison, and of course it may sound cliche, but Thomas Edison is so famous for, I have not failed. When he was creating that light bulb, and it took him, so many thousands of times to create the light bulb, he is quoted saying, they said, why have you failed so much? And he says, I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. So and he kept doing it, and then the 10,001 time it did work. So consider the risk of losing too much in the future is not even worth the effort is to set a goal, okay? That's why you're just like, oh, it's not worth my time, it's not worth my effort, I'm not going to reach my goal anyways. You set yourself up for failure, and because you're afraid of it. And surely, those others who are more capable to achieve their goals, but somehow lack the courage or confidence to set the goals. And that doesn't make sense, but it happens daily, because it leads us back to the fear of rejection. The fear of being rejected for having goals which are not accepted by society is just very common psychological obstacle. Okay, while most of us enjoy our work, are proud of our jobs, some families can't even accept the very different ambitions of their children. Such children are an example of why many goal-setting ideas are hampered by constant fear of rejection. We can instill fear in our children to not go to that next, to set up the goal. They don't teach this in school, guys. We're teaching it here. Okay? They don't tell you all about these things, setting goals and plans and how you need to do that. They teaches you 2 + 2 = 4, A + B = C, all those wonderful equations, and we talk about history, we talk about science, and all these things, but they don't sit out there and say, this is how you do a planner. This is how you set up a goal. This is how you help with fear. I think of accountability again, okay? Because this is different from lacking motivation, because being held accountable and responsible for your goals will not be a burden to you if you're accountable, okay? In fact, trying to accomplish your goals creates a sense of responsibility, especially if you share those goals with other people. Keeps you accountable, people. Come on. You know, I'm kind of known for saying, what's your accountability? What's your responsibility? I say that to my employees. I say that to my friends and family when something happens and then I see that they're quick to blame others. You have to look that the one finger that you're pointing at, remember, there are 3 fingers pointing back at you. What's your responsibility in this? Having responsibilities on your goals means you will not give up easily and you will try the best to achieve them. Nevertheless, you need to see such responsibilities not as a burden, okay, but as a reminder to yourself the passion and the meaning of what you're trying to derive from your goals, especially in the earlier stages, okay? And here's the other thing. You're going to love this. Lack of review of your work, the lack of analysis of your results. If you're not rating your improvement or performance, it can be affected by the lack of reviewing where you were, where you are now, and things like that. And yeah, if you have no base point, it's hard to see where you started from, where you're at, how close you are to accomplishing it. That's why we have like what we call in affiliate marketing A/B split testing. We analyze our traffic, their views, their visitors. What keyword is this? Is this a long tail keyword? What is this? We set up analysis, demographics, and everything else, and then we can actually funnel to where we can be the most effective to help the people that we want, whether it is to help them succeed in what they're doing, a product or performance. Well, so many like to argue this point, but by monitoring the progress, you can surely determine excellence, because the habit of reviewing the details of your actions are very beneficial, and it's a good work ethic, and you should really embody this. Because so in teaching, I think of helping my son with mathematics. Okay, he's pretty good, and I'm sure that there's stronger students. I'm sure there's weaker students, but I think that teachers often help students discover why their answers are often incorrect by teaching them to review the steps to solve it, right? To solve the problem. Once the teacher identifies and explains the mistake in the steps involved, the student will remember not to make the same mistake through and through and through practice over and over again with similar type of maths questions. And I bring that up because I was helping my son with his math homework. So, and I think about that. There's steps involved. You have a formula. You guys in business have a formula. I'm giving it to you. I even have a blueprint. I have $1 million blueprint. You can go to rmgmedia.biz and download 7 Ways to Unstoppable Success. That'll lead you to our, you can download that free book, and that will lead you to our $1 million blueprint. And it's amazing. We've seen so much success for it, and it's all yours, guys, if you're willing to just take action and go do it. Now, we have to typically compare our work with reviewing steps taken to solve these questions. So often we get the assistance of others to review our work or your problems as to give us some perspective, right? So the opinions of an expert, somebody that's more knowledgeable, somebody that will be more useful, for learning your work. That's why you're here. We're considered the knowledgeable experts on these subjects. So that's how, more often than not, you tend to overlook the improvement, especially when the results indicate there's no room for any more improvement. It may take some time for you to review your work, but it definitely can be an excellent learning curve for your future. And these episodes and these shows and things that we do here help lessen that learning curve. And another reason for failure is you get surrounded by negative vibes, guys. We can never downplay the influence of people around us. You just can't. Family, friends, neighbors, even a stranger that you're talking about may not have the same goal mindset that you have. And in common perception, the closer these people are to us, the more weight their opinions carry on our life decisions. In certain circumstances, some people might discourage you from pursuing your goals, right? The common reason is the risk and the cost of pursuing your goals are not worth your resources and time, and they're not as rewarding because your goals might not be their goals. And sometimes it is hard for them to understand. People can be supportive, and you can explain and say, yeah, this is what I'm doing. I want to be accountable and responsible stuff. But if you pick up on their negativity and their naysayer, you might have to take that and just say, okay, I have to talk to somebody else that's going to support my dream, my goal. Because while they have very valid reasons to dissuade us, the choice will still be ours to make. To a certain extent, some of our naysayers may even affect our emotions to justify their opinions and strengthen their belief in facts. Whereas some have very kind intentions, what they do have is to respect your rights to have the final say in every decision of your life. Does it make sense? Because on a more positive note, we should take their opinions, whatever facts and figures which can help us do more research on our goals even more. Does that make sense? Because as our research helps us gain even more information on our goals, then we can decide to work on our goals or have different goals. And that kind of leads us into our ninth segment here. Too much focus on the goal itself. Okay, success is a journey, not a destination, and doing is often more important than the outcome. And intense concentration on the goal itself might reduce our happiness over the long run. We place such excessive pressure on ourselves to perform certain standards that is the amount of stress that can really affect our living pleasures. The more advisable thinking of our goals is to direct our focus on daily practice instead of wishing to achieve long-term goals in the least amount of time. Because in this condition, you can also question yourself whether your goal is based mentally and putting too much stress on you, and then you ignore life, and then you ignore your goals. If we want to progress beyond accomplishing your goals, then you have to release the need to obtain results immediately, as some goals will inevitably just require time. It's just going to take time. Now, I don't want to downplay your achievements, but we're going to get into number 10 right here. One of the ultimate sources of motivation is the reward itself. Because of this, we must not downplay our achievements or be too humble that we chose not to give credit to ourselves. This mentality not only depletes us of the necessary fuel to chase after our dreams, but also our self-confidence in the long term. While there are so many ways to celebrate an achievement, The scale of such celebration should not risk our developments of other goals as though we have lived to accomplish one particular goal in life. Does that make sense, guys? It should, because if we're gonna go on, and you wanna be a winner in this, sit down, go have some snacks. If you finish reading this episode, listen to it again, because tomorrow we're gonna go and we're gonna crush it on giving you some shortcuts. Yes, I'm gonna give you some goal-crushing shortcuts in tomorrow's episode, and I'm going to give you a suitable set of skills and knowledge that you can establish that will help you plan to achieve your goals. And along this journey that we're on, I'm going to give you a few more ways and some plans that will help you conquer certain obstacles, especially those that are not work related. And in that episode, I'm going to give you a work plan. I'm going to give you a whole year's worth of planning, goal setting, things like that you'll be able to download for free. We'll just give it to you. We want to see your success, and we're going to go over a few more things, and then we're going to set you up for success. Continue to listen to these episodes, because we're here for you. Please leave us a message. Please donate to our show. Please subscribe. Like us. Like us on Facebook. Like us on Twitter. We're on Instagram. Like us. Go to rmgmedia.biz. That'll get you those links that you need for $1 million blueprint. Do it, guys, and you won't regret it. We're here for you. Thank you all for listening. Have a wonderful day, and I'm going to tell you, you're awesome, you're amazing. Keep achieving those goals, okay? Thank you so much, and we look forward to speaking to you tomorrow. Please tune in, and God bless everybody. Enjoy this beautiful day.